Hello guys, it is Slayer Joe 31, back at it with some more of Phoenix Wright, the Ace Attorney. I'm sorry it's been a long time since I've posted. I have been working my butt off here and feels like every time I try to record something always comes up. Either my allergies were acting up real bad just this past week. I thought about trying to record, but at that point I thought forget it. It's not gonna sound as good. I'm gonna freaking have to keep editing out my sneezing because I was doing it constantly. At that point I just decided to wait. Anyway, I'm currently still in the process of editing some footage by the time this is being recorded. Of course, by the time it's uploaded, that'll hopefully be resolved. But yeah, a lot of things have been going on. Just today, I heard the news that over Iran, allegedly they shot down an F-15 fighter jet. From what I hear, those F-15s are pretty old. Some folks are surprised they're still in service. Other folks have been saying that this is a red flag. You know, that this might have just been a stunt to try to drag us into an all-out. To try to force us into an all-out war, or to force us to escalate things against Iran. You know, other people are saying it's the USS Liberty all over again. Like when Israel tried to sink the USS Liberty, you know, and killing everyone on board so they could blame it on Egypt and try to drag the US into their 7-day war. Or was it 5 days? Something like that. Anyway, the story goes that the crew witnessed Israel committing a war crime by shooting Egyptian prisoners of war in the head while they were handcuffed. They found a mass grave. Israel couldn't let that info get out. I mean, they could have just silenced reports. They could have just told these men to shut up, just like they told the survivors. But they didn't. I don't know if this was their whole plan from the get-go, but they dispatched fighter pilots. They tried to sink the USS Liberty. Even when the crew were waving an American flag, they kept firing. They killed Americans and got away with it. But not anymore. The world knows what they did. We know their playbook. We're not fighting their fucking wars. And I'll be making a whole video on Israel that's gonna come out. And I'm gonna give my whole thoughts about them, tell you guys what I know. All this stuff is already out there. They don't care to hide it anymore. They don't care that we know. But we can't give up. They want us to be afraid, to be fearful. They want us to believe that we can't do a goddamn thing against them. It's that same crap that we saw what happened to Germany. It can easily happen to us. But they had a light, a hope, when a certain painter was legally elected to become chancellor. He restored that country and built it back up from nothing. I believe we can do the same, God willing. But anyway. That aside, let's get back to this stupid game. February 24th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
So what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the
victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. and a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
Hey, wait a minute now. Why didn't you tell me? I'm your freaking lawyer. You're supposed to tell me that crap.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana! Don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm in as much as the dark about this as they are.
Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
I hate to do this to a seemingly honest cowboy, but if he had something to do with it, it's up to us to expose it. We have to play the cards we're dealt with. Isn't that right, Miss Sky?
Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
I plan to. February 24th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... Huh?
I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as a prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Good luck with that. Is that what that updated autopsy report was? You're never going to let me live that down, are you? Nope. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. It's so hot.
Shut up, Emma.
Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? I mean, if you're going down a dark tunnel and you see one hint of what might be light, you should probably follow it. Unless you're in a train tunnel. Then it's probably a train.
Very well. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
Does that mean we're going to have more witnesses? For its first witness, the prosecution calls a suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Hey! Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir! I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir! My occupation is, that would-be murderer, sir!
So you're telling us you're a professional killer?
He didn't say professional.
Sir, it was me, sir! I'm the one who did it!
God damn I'll never kill anyone again, sir!
You got to believe me, sir!
Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is...
Sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir!
A person whose actions adults possibly can't comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Help me, sir!
Don't you start. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir! Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir! As you wish! After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir! Wait a second, how old are you again? 22. Nigga, he's only 2 years older than you. Give me a break, man. Anyway, you don't want everything being told to you by old fogies. When the world changes around them, they don't understand. A lot of them don't. Not saying all of them don't.
You can't fault them for a lack of enthusiasm.
That's true. Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spied a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Do unto others before they do unto you.
That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
I'm pretty sure that's workplace violence. And I don't mean like some corporate bullshit. I mean like, actually maybe at that point it's just assault. What I need here is more info to work with. Okay. So we know that the body found in the trunk was Bruce Goodman. And we know that whoever attacked Meekins, when he asked him to present his card, he didn't have the card on him. He attacked him. But somehow he was able to get in despite... I mean, if he had the card, he would have just presented it then. But instead he attacked him. So how did he get in? I don't know. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir! I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir! Oh, crap, you're HR? God damn it. Forgive me again, Lord. Yikes! Now there's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger?
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went into the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I smiled. Oh wait, I read this already. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card. Am I right? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, there's 7777, but that's way before the murder. 49, 89, 596, 450. That's about 24 minutes before the murder. Okay, that's odd though. Okay, I guess he must have gotten back out. Then at 5:14, allegedly this Bruce Goodman or whoever it was came in, and then 4989596 came back in. I'm guessing this last number. I'm guessing this number must be Meekins here. This is the one right here.
Could you please read us the number?
Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh? But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time was when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time was when I went to go get him after everything settled down.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen. I wonder if I should make my voice a little higher. Hold it! So you were attacked. Could you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir! A knife!
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. I mean, he could probably be annoying to deal with, especially with that megaphone. But he doesn't seem like a bad guy. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms around like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
Hey, he was the one who was attacked, just for the record. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Hold it! What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look like the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. You closed your... Damn, you attacked like a shark. I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew...
Yes?
After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. Who was? About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. I mean, he's not wrong. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head too. I'm pretty sure you can sue the guy for that.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned into the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now.
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins?
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief delivered it?
What is that? A videotape?
Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
I mean, you really can't fault him for this one. He said there was a tape, but someone else told Edgeworth that there wasn't a tape. And it was Gant who personally delivered it to Meekins' jail cell. It's yeah. I mean, if we're dealing with a separate... I mean, maybe he could be pulling the old it's gotta be relevant to the case thing, but even then, it already is, so he should have freaking led with that, but he gave it to Meekins, who's only just now mentioning it. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well then, let's have a look. Show us the tape of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me.
A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Crap, he pulled the knife on him. Okay, we see him slumped over in the corner. The locker's open.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security video added to the court record.
Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity did take place.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Now, hang on, let's not throw out that footage just yet. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir.
Okay. All I saw was a guy in a trench coat. That looked that happened to be the hat in a trench coat, and that looked exactly the same as Bruce Goodman's. I mean, anyone could go out and buy that kind of look, and then go in and pose as him. Provided they had roughly the same height, and build.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir.
What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it.
Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it.
Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Meekins! Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir.
You claim the man who brandished the knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. Let me check that footage again. I wish there was a way I could speed this up. Now we're wasting time. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them?
No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir.
I wonder what kind of methods he's tried.
If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to.
Exactly my point, sir. And this too.
How do you know that information?
I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir.
People in the know? I guess he must be talking about people who worked on the SL9 incident. People like Officer Marshall, Chief Sky, Chief Gant, oh yeah, I guess Edgeworth as well, maybe. Oh, and Angela. Or Angel, my bad.
The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed.
Oh, them too.
They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir.
Must be tough, let me tell you. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint.
However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face.
Sir! If I may say something, sir.
Please do. After all, you are the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with security video? Actually, yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Hey, that light was on. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Detective Goodman's locker was open. He didn't need a fingerprint. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange?
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He will want me to point it out.
Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? How'd you become a lawyer?
Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman?
What was the freaking... Okay, so it's backspace to pause. Okay. No, we need to go back. Let's rewind. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this! Officer Meekins. Sir! Do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. Do we seriously have to listen to the Blue Badger theme right now? When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. Here, notice the light?
What's this? It's already lit!
Precisely my point, Your Honor. The The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
Objection!
But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this.
You'd be surprised, Judge. These flimsy electronics are prone to breaking down a lot. Especially if they're made with cheap Chinese parts. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut.
I mean that's not entirely true. You know what they say about broken clocks.
Hey, are you calling me a broken clock? So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes, why wasn't the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor? Why wasn't it locked? Why wasn't it... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me take another look. Hey, yeah, something fell out from when it was opened. It was this rubber glove, wasn't it? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor?
Yeah, a rubber glove. It doesn't conduct electricity. It'd be perfect for jamming that. Something jam the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this.
Shit, fuck, I forgot. I pressed the wrong button.
Hold on a second, I need to use my eye drops. Well, I don't get it.
Would you mind if I borrowed your eye medicine?
Don't look at me with those bleary eyes.
Before your eyes get too teary, perhaps you should think this through again.
Very well, let's inspect the video once more.
I pressed the wrong button, damn it, I'm sorry. I got it mixed up. I pressed present when I meant to press pause. Damn it, go back. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier.
What's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. He's not wrong. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my car door. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted?
Yeah, something was meant to block it, to keep it from locking all the way. That way it could be opened up again, like so. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir.
Have you ever heard of clip-ons?
Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me.
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, an insulator, but at the crime scene.
There just might have been something that fits the description.
But, sir, by insulator, you don't mean...
I think I finally got this figured out.
Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door?
I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker.
It has a tag that says SL9 incident. Okay, thank you for not making me point that out. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir, it would appear so, sir.
Order! 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 So we are to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Objection!
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility, and nothing more. Well, it's where the evidence is pointing. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Is this a joke? No, it's a comedy.
Very well. Begin your testimony.
Mystery Man Part 2. Alright.
There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
That's all well and good, but... yeah, no. He didn't present his card when Meekins asked him to. But if he didn't have his card on him, then how'd he get in there in the first place? I'll be right back.
An ID card record. I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. Okay. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Oh, you mean like the officer who slapped Meekins awake?
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now, let us move on to the cross-examination.
Alright. So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Like a rock! Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. Or a Chevy truck, sir. If my hand weren't wrapped in bandages...
I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir!
Oy vey.
Couldn't he just use his right hand for that?
But then who would hold his megaphone?
Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second.
That's true. Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards? You already answered that. Yes, sir! This card right next to my cuffs, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Actually, that's a good point, kind of think of it. I've had issues where where my ID, like back when I used to work at Amazon, there were times I would end up losing my ID card. Like simply because it came off the little thing they give you to hang it around your neck. Lanyard, that's what it was called. Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer only has one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony.
Let me check that record again. 514, Bruce Goodman. Yeah, he entered. Or at least the person pretending to be Bruce Goodman did. But how'd he get in if he didn't have the ID? If he had the ID, he wouldn't have had to use the rubber glove. And if he had the ID, he wouldn't have had to attack Meekins either. Hold that thought. Okay. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used this card.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got.
Let me save my game here. I mean, that's not wrong. We do have him on record showing that he used his card. But if that's the case, why didn't he present it? Or rather, how did he get in there if he didn't have the card? I think that's the question I should be asking. But maybe I'm a bit too far ahead. Nope, that wasn't it. Okay.
Objection!
Nope, that wasn't it either. Imagine if they make a special one where you present the evidence that's so wrong, like the evidence that actually corroborates it instead of contradicts it.
Objection!
No, damn it. Okay. One must use their ID card. Maybe this one?
Objection!
No. Damn. To present things a certain freaking way. Go through all these freaking steps. You know, I feel like the only other way to make something like this logical would be to make it to where you were communicating with an AI or something. I don't know. Or if the game was tested to recognize key phrases, and then you could explain your case from there. I don't know. I'm just freaking thinking, just freaking brainstorming here. How we can improve on instead of going through all these freaking steps. That's odd. This ID isn't even finished. It looks like someone was trying to write a 9 there, but corrected it but wrote 7 over it. Someone who didn't know his name, didn't know his ID card. Hey boy. Huh? Yeah, I'm here. Wait a minute. I'm just thinking now. We found that ID It was the detective's body that was in the trunk, but we found his ID later. What if he didn't have that ID on him? What if someone stole his ID and used it to get in there? Yeah. It's coming back to me now. Figuring it out, finally.
Objection!
Yes! Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
Lost item report. It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. Yeah. He tried to write down his number from memory and he messed it up. First he thought it was a 9, then he thought it was a 7. But it was an 8. He couldn't remember it without his ID card. I mean, I would have done the same. I mean, generally that's why I write stuff down in case I ever lose it. So I can have access to it. I usually write it down on my phone. Well, type it down, I guess. And if something happens to my phone, well then I'm really screwed. I also try to keep paper notes. But anyway. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Order! So now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Oh! Right. If he had the ID card and he showed it to Meekins, and Meekins saw his face, he could have made the connection. It would have been obvious that it wasn't him.
Order! Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Huh? Bravo, Mr. Wright. Oh, well, gee, thanks. Bravo? Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. He's right, they didn't even find the body. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is, well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, he's gonna say that because this murder was fake, that means that the real Goodman was in his trunk being murdered by Lana Skye. That's what he was gonna say. Defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place. police department on 5:15 on the day of the crime.
So
So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness. Observe the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. She would... well, technically she showed the aftermath. You yourself said that. Ah! I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. Well played, Edgeworth. Well played.
the activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana...
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Hell with it. Objection.
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you blabbing on about now? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. You're right, we see Meekins slumped over, but we don't see the body. But there was a large amount of blood, showing that someone had been stabbed. Pretty badly, I imagine. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
if this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Yeah! Mr. Wright, do you mean...
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh, and whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name?
Imagine if we called Emma to testify. You know, let's just call him a freaking guy.
Take that!
Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess.
Thank you, Judge.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured anything out.
Lana! You're the one who knows everything!
crap.
You're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
You're welcome, by the way.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
No, you're just in time, Detective.
Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
Hey, wait, come back. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Damn, he ain't wrong.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
Oh, you mean this, right?
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
You could have told me. My name?
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL9 incident?
But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
I can't believe you. You, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case.
Miss Sky was a witness? Okay. Files for the Joe Dark killing, solved 2 years ago. That's all I thought.
Take it from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murders.
I think it's a bit late for that, Detective.
Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Emma, but why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under.
What the heck is going on here?
2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark... No! Lana! That's over with! No!
Emma, wait! She ran away.
You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere.
Go after her, Detective.
Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Damn. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. Talk about playing with a loaded deck. This can't just be a coincidence. More like a coincidence.
Knowing you just might be able to figure it out.
Way to pack on the pressure.
Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
I better take a good look at this file. Well, that was short. February 24th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9.
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Emma didn't come back. Guess we're kicking it solo then. Or until you beg Mia for help again. Let's see if we can do this without needing to wake the dead again. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Oh, I know! You're a patrolman!
As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? I never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly.
Yeah.
Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime.
Hey, the world ain't ruled by the laws on paper. It's ruled by people. Thomas Angelo taught me that.
In plain old English.
Day of the crime. Alright.
My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems?
I mean security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those.
Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence lockers?
Fingerprinted activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those?
He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines, or with following orders. He's a born rebel, man, I tell you. I tell you what.
Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.
Sometimes you gotta take the bull by the horns. Let's get to it. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right?
Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
No desperado I know lets rules get in his way.
No desperados I know join the police force. Yeah, normally they're the ones running from him.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck to the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that?
Wow, you're actually being perceptive, Judge. I'm surprised.
Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks.
How does this guy avoid being fired? Maybe he's got some dirt on him. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct?
Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence.
And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism?
Sorry, partner.
I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. Oh, come on, man. That's quite, incredible. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Sheesh. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At any rate, it doesn't seem like this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
He didn't know about the fingerprint locks, or so he says. Street side saloon. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel's steak lunches can beat that parlor's vongole sepia pasta. Like, hey, let's hope she's not in the audience.
Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles?
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. What about steak and victuals?
That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson.
That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want a raise this year?" I figured, yeah, like I told you, must have some kind of dirt on old Edgy. Actually, let me save first, just to make sure I get this right. Gotcha. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet, you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds, about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints will be in there. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene?
The blood was wiped away. However, a luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. Huh? I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints?
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime.
Blood-stained fingerprints. Alright. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. You know, I had a feeling he was going to say that. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it.
The witness's explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt.
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. The murderer was wearing gloves, you said? Let's watch that tape again. He ain't wearing no gloves. Neither was poor Meekins. That's how he got the cut on his hand. But I might be thinking too fast here. So then, what about the bloody handprint? What's mine? It's no mystery.
Please explain.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. The print had been wiped. I don't think so. I mean, the blood can be wiped away, but the fingerprint might be a bit harder. Damn it. Okay. Unrelated? There's different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, while the other's a type of murder.
He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. Oh, is that what they're called? Huh. Alright. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean the murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
That's the only logical conclusion. I can't let him squirm out of this one. I've got to find something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to this crime. Let me save again, just to be sure. Objection! Damn it! That wasn't right either. Okay. That's because you, how did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine.
What? What do you mean?
I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, those a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprints data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Oh! Oh, so it updated. Okay. Found on a bloody handprint on Marshall's own locker. The print had been wiped. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? This seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. A security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully when you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? Let me save again. Damn it. Guess that was too direct. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, ain't that right, partner? If so, the video is the only direct evidence you have. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
Let me watch the video again, just to be sure. Obviously, we don't get a good look at his face, and he's wearing that hat to conceal it as well, so. We see Meekins coming in, asking the guy for his ID, but instead of presenting it, he attacks Meekins. The man was stabbed, clearly. But we don't see him leaving. We just see old Meekins slumped over. Hey. Something got stuffed into that locker there. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall.
I mean, they're asking for incriminating evidence. Possible to catch a glimpse of this guy's face with the crap in the way. I mean, maybe the glove? Maybe. Although we kinda already did that though, so... I don't freaking know, man. There! How's that for... Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in the video. Kinda. Exactly 8 words. Well, 9 on my part. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video.
That locker with the white cloth sticking out, that was the witness's, I believe.
Yeah, I thought his locker was the 3rd one on the right, not the one furthest to the left. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. There's poor Meekins again. Sleeping off a knife wound, poor guy. And what are we missing here?
Oh, the white cloth! It's gone! What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then, it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away.
Order! It would seem that's the only...
Hold your horses! Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open That don't mean I'm the one who opened it. Murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Nuh-uh. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? That's 'cause you are. This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, Sheriff, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I'll call your bluff. You say I opened that locker. Now prove it.
Take that!
Fingerprint sensor. We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this.
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? I only got 1 word for you, partner. No! Order! Witness, explain yourself! If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime.
Ole, please answer the question.
What is he now, a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion.
Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
I mean, you factor in he was in the room. Detective Goodman's body was slumped in the back of Edgeworth's car at the time of this killing, and we have a suspicious white cloth, which is the same color of trench coat that poor Brucey wore. You combine those 3 together.
Take that!
Officer Marshall was standing right here.
There? But that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman.
Objection!
But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
Objection!
You would think. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes? And how did Detective Goodman respond? Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card on him, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card.
Oh, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Meekins would have put 2 and 2 together and known he wasn't Detective Goodman. Officer Meekins would have realized the man... Yeah, thank you. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. Unless I've got hard evidence proving I dressed up, that he dressed up as him. I mean, we know for a fact he entered, and we know it couldn't have been Bruce Goodman. But even then, that doesn't prove that he dressed up as Bruce Goodman. I mean, we could go back to the lockers, but we kind of already did that. Jar pieced back together from fingerprints found at the crime scene. A piece is missing.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
I can't say I care for your beer, but you don't see me complaining. Hey, watch it, man, or you'll end up in the Who's gal.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
Oy vey. Give me a break, will ya? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Ah! This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. What do you mean, finally? I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me.
Phoenix, try thinking outside of the box.
I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Oh, okay. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place? To stuff the trench coat, to stuff the cloth in there.
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chances might be discovered later as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
Wait, it's because he was stabbed. The fact that the white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions? I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Very well. Let's take another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker.
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end. Yet, however, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat.
You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner.
Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. All right. It seems the time has come. I'm gonna get some water. I had to do it that day. I just couldn't stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
So the supposed victim was really you?
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Marshall's confession. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time, no matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance. That's why I... Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera.
And the detective's ID card?
I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint-activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that lock on yourself. But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. I guess our poor victim ain't so squeaky clean. Or wasn't. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. Was it that knife? I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time.
Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I mean, he is a patrolman. Plus he had the right instinct. He wasn't really Detective Goodman. So if anything, the guy should be rewarded. I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year. Yeah, you should give him a raise. When did Edgeworth get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way, with me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? I don't know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out and...
So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. Security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat in the struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. Yeah, a scared, anxious, bleeding baby.
So what you're saying is, on that day...
The jar has no bottom, so the hole goes right through. I wonder if it's really a jar or some kind of weird telescope. There's a trace of old blood on this jar. This was evidence of the SL9 incident. The blood must be from back then. I'm actually starting to miss Emma. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, no, I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor. Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. For now. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer, This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't be just forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Shut up, Wright. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why. I don't. But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dock was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dock case. It involved serial murderers, didn't it?
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. Better take another look at the files. Let's see. Close. Perpetrator was Joe Dark. Serial murder sentence was death. Victims: Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeb Bates, Neil Marshall. Head prosecutor was Miles Edgeworth. Witnesses were Lana Skye and Emma Skye. Let's see. Executive investigators were Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Head investigator was Bruce Goodman. Investigators were Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related? Neil Marshall. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago, he received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. Actually, wait, let me take a look.
What? A prosecutor?
He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed, and the case fell into your hands.
But what's his relation to you?
He was my brother. I can see the resemblance, actually. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, then Deputy Chief of Police. Ah, that's right. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed, at least according to the public records.
What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance. It's gotta be more than just that.
So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which, in turn, means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye. But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye, and the testimony of one Miss Angel Starr is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. How about a... Wait, hang on. Let's see. How about a 6-letter word that starts with N? Ah! I rest my case.
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Emma!
Your Honor, wait!
Emma!
The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right?
What do you mean, right? That's my name.
Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian?
Evidently. Your Honor? Oh, in a sense.
Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking for is a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings.
Now that she mentions it, the names of both Skye sisters were in that file. They were both witnesses.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So did you find something?
No.
Huh?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Don't worry about it, Emma. Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
It's alright, Emma. And I'm just an attorney.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional.
Damn straight. You can write that, and you can take that to the bank. Not a Polish bank, though.
If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy.
Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright, with regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
Let me save again. Then let me save and then ask me again. It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? There's gotta be something. No prints, but it wasn't wiped away. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark.
Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright.
With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use.
The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plans?
Fuck it, we ballin'. But wait, no, that's old blood. What if it's not? Damn it, let me load back. Oh boy. What's missing from the floor plans? Damn it! Maybe it's the locker itself. Oh, for fuck's sake! I mean, what the hell is missing in the floor plans? I mean, there's not... I mean, it's missing a pool of blood, but... Maybe it's the fact that the print had been wiped? Yeah. Marshall wiped his prints. But he didn't wipe that other print. Oh, come on, man! Fuck it. What about that piece of plywood? The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth. Guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well?
Well, what?
Gah! That's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. Ah, that's right. I kept forgetting about that stupid thing.
What? What? So that means, just what exactly does that mean?
It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically.
Emma.
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right?
Yeah?
After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
That would mean that it was left there before. It was left there before the Blue Badger was down there. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the Blue Badger was brought in?
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by a security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is the other time. The one that left that big giant pool of blood. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered.
Objection!
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
Objection!
The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found in the locker.
Objection!
So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur?
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well, then tell us, when did this first incident occur, as Mr. Edgeworth said? Proof must be presented.
Oy vey. Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place?
Take that!
This is the proof. It's quite simple, you see. If it's so simple, then don't get it wrong. Damn it! I really need to stop saves going, man. I mean, someone showed up in the evidence room before Edgeworth, so... But, assuming he didn't mop up the freaking pool of blood within 20 minutes, and drag Detective Goodman's carcass out somewhere, assuming Wright's correct, that is, you know, then how would Fuck it.
Take that!
If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
An ID card? Oh, the ID card record!
Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be
4:40 p.m. Oh! Oh! Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done?
I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have just 10 minutes to murder the victim. I would have had 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
That would mean the crime must have been taking place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card number remaining. 7777777. Talk about a lucky number.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 77777.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 777777777. Damn it. That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID card number with the ID number with 7 sevens belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity. Sheesh, what are we? A corporation now? Sheesh. Then again, maybe RoboCop wasn't so unreal. Maybe RoboCop warned us about this.
Objection!
But that's ridiculous. Just how? I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
Objection!
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her. The defendant sitting right over there. Your own little executive. Lana?
Objection!
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number. And it's not with 7 sevens. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident.
The SL9 incident.
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? He's accusing her of forgery on the spot. Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did.
Wait, what?
Lana! I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana! Even if it involved forging evidence.
See, that's what I'm talking about. No. No! Order! Lana's remarks caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom couldn't be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. Holy crap, Lana, what have you done? You've been a bad girl. Real bad. Well, things have definitely taken a turn. Even having played through this case before, I never finished it, but damn. I don't remember things quite going that way. Man, what the hell have you done, Lana? But anyway, man, it's really going off the rails now. As soon as you're done taking one curveball, the game throws you another. It's one right after another, like a freaking tennis ball machine. It's insane, man. But yeah, until next time, guys. I'm Slayer Joe, 31. I'll catch you on the next one. Hope you take care. Hope everything goes well. Hope you all stay safe and stay strong. God bless you all. See ya.